You're gonna tell the truth, 'cause you're a truth teller. Tell the truth, 'cause you're a truth teller.
Welcome back, everyone. So, in case you've been living underneath a rock, or maybe you've been living in a cave for the last couple of weeks, you may have missed that Christopher Watts was back in the news. Yes, on the 18th of last month, Christopher Watts decided to throw a little shindig and have a party and interview with three of his most favorite individuals in this world. He had an interview with Dave Brunhover and Graham Coder and Tammy Lee, the two detectives and an agent from the FBI. The three of them all gathered together and went and saw Christopher at the Dodge Correction Center. The DCI is the actually the abbreviation for the center, Dodge Correction Institute. And they sat down. They all checked in at 8:31, 8:32 a.m. and they talked for about an hour and a half. While they were there, it was a light conversation to start with. The guards were stationed outside of the visitation area, not inside the visitation area like they normally would be, outside. So nobody else would be there to actually hear what they talked about. And the conversation went fluidly, and then they made plans for the four of them to meet up again there and continue the conversation from what I am told from source within. But yeah, what are we going to learn from this? What can Christopher Watts possibly tell us that is going to be of a beneficial nature? I'm going to put, oh, by the way, I'm going to put a copy here of his visitation log so you can see from the actual top portion of it. The rest of the page was empty, by the way. Um, so, is he going to tell us which child he killed first? Is he going to tell us that he killed the two children and he can't remember which one he killed first and then he killed Shanann? Or is he going to tell us that he killed Shanann and then he killed the two girls? Or maybe he's going to go back into his dark little spot again and say that Shanann killed the girls and he only retaliated by killing her because she killed his two little angels. There's a lot of speculation that the reason why he is chosen now to speak with the detectives in this case is because he wants to throw Nicole Kissinger, his mistress, under the bus and then back over her a couple of times. That he wants to place blame upon her for talking him into this or pushing him into this. Mm-hmm. So that's his speculation. The other speculation, according to Fox News and to NBC, is that he maybe has been conversing with other inmates within the prison system and kind of getting jailhouse lawyer advice that if they take away or reduce his sentence from 9,000 years in prison to reduce it down to less than one life term, he has information about somebody else who may not be real but was involved in the case. There is that. Now, we already know that Christopher Watts is a pathological liar. Can we believe anything he says? Will the detectives believe anything that he has to say? So March 7th, uh, they're going to release the audio version of the interview, an edited version. And they will also release a transcript version of the interview, and obviously edited again to match the edited audio. But it's going to be interesting what he has to say. What did he say in this interview that he didn't say, and they made plans to come back and do this again? Is there more to this case that we don't know? Are there people involved in this that we haven't heard of before? It remains to be seen. So we're going to have to wait a week to hopefully get more answers. On a side note, though, I think that Christopher Watt's mom and dad are both insane. I knew his mom was already a little bit over the edge in what she did, blaming and making videos that were hateful towards her dead grandchildren. But Ronnie made in an interview, which I cannot believe that there's a single attorney out there or a friend of his in this world, would have told him, yeah, it's a great idea. Why don't you talk to ABC and tell them what you really think? He said in the interview, well, it was a phone interview, that he speaks with Christopher Watts every night, and that Christopher has never told him the specifics of the actual attack, other than what he confessed to him there in the interrogation room in Fredrick, Colorado. He said that Christopher is a man of God and knows the Bible well, and that he thinks this is Ronnie Watts. Ronnie said that the case is over with, and he can't understand why anybody would want to talk to his son, let alone detectives from the Colorado Bureau of Investigation or Frederick Police Department, or especially a behavioral analysis unit with the FBI. He can't understand why anyone want to talk to him. I got one, Ronnie. Ronnie, I know. We want to know why the hell he did it. Let's start with that, Ronnie. We want to understand why your son felt that he had to kill his entire family. We understand he wanted to hit the reset button in life and go back to North Carolina and start over again. But did he have to kill the entire family in order to do that? This is what we want to know, Ronnie. We want to start with that. Will we ever be able to believe anything that comes out of your son's mouth? I don't know. I'll wait for judgment to hear what he has to say on the 7th and read the transcript of it. But for me personally, I don't think I can trust anything that he has to say. What can he possibly tell us that we could believe? So that's what's been in the news. And then here at the end, I will put a copy of his inmate visitation log again. At the top right-hand corner, you'll see his new DOC number and his prison ID number, which is next to that PID. So they have obviously changed both of them since he left the Colorado Bureau. The Weld County in the upper state prison outside of Denver, his number has changed. But thanks again, and hey, you stay safe out there. And yes, of course, I will be covering this on March 7th when the information hits. I may even do a live stream just for that. to go over it individually. The transcript, reading the transcript, but obviously not the audio. Won't be playing the audio while talking to people. Stay safe.
You're gonna tell the truth, 'cause you're a truth teller. Tell the truth, 'cause you're a truth teller.